Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for taking the time out of your day today to join us for this webinar featuring Transamerica. Making the presentation today is Larsen, Sales Director with Transamerica, and he will be presenting a presentation about how to sell a Medicare supplement and final expense in one sales appointment. And you will learn some important concepts to go about this and how to help enhance your business in the senior health market. Before we begin the presentation, I will let you know that there is an opportunity for questions and answers. If you want to ask a question, just type that in there in the chat box there, and you see there in your GoToWebinar control panel. And we will address all questions at the end of the presentation. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Lance. And Lance, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you, everybody, for attending today. You know, I know your time is valuable, so I want to run through this quickly, but also I want to go through enough so you get something out of it. But I'm going to jump right into it in regards to our presentation today. And you know what Rob asked me to do is go through a presentation, because I know there's a lot of people that sell these products, Medicare supplement, as well as final expense. Some people that I've run across in my time at Transamerica is they sell a lot of Medicare supplement or health products, but they don't sell any final expense, or vice versa. They sell traditional life final expense, but they don't do a lot of Medicare supplement. And what I really want to argue is, you know, why not? Why not have the ability to cross-sell and sell both products in the home? We all know that it's always better to have two products in a home versus one. It's going to help persistency. It's going to help have a happier client. It's just good all around. So what I thought I'd do is go through this PowerPoint presentation with the goal of really trying to show you how adding a new product line to your current portfolio is going to help you increase income through your existing client base. People come to me every day and say, Lance, I'm looking for leads. I need leads. It's the L word, right? You know, really at the end of the day, a lot of us already have more leads than we could ever work. You know, I ask individuals, I turn that around when they say they need leads. I say, how many clients do you have today? Well, I have 100. I have 200. I have 1,000. I've sold them a health product. Why wouldn't you go back and talk to them about completing the plan and doing some life? Or vice versa. I run into a lot of people that do a lot of Medicare supplement or Medicare Advantage plans. They have 100, 200, 500, 1,000 clients, but they've never considered talking to them about life insurance. You know, I really want to try to disrupt that and disrupt your thinking in a positive way to break down those barriers and say, look, you've got these clients. Why not increase the income? Work smarter, not harder. So that's why you see on the bullets on the screen is multiply the number of incoming prospects and boost your activity while reducing expenses. You know, if you got one product, or excuse me, one consumer with a product, what does it hurt to offer them another product? It's good for them. It's good for you. So let's start with MedSup. You know, let's take the person. I know there's some of you out there that are, I'm using air quotes, life insurance agents. Whether you're writing final expense, whether you're writing traditional life insurance, or even annuities for that matter, but you've never looked at Medicare supplement. You know, I want to challenge you into looking at Medicare supplement really seriously. That'll be my ask of the day. Is people that aren't doing MedSup on this call, let's work with Art Jetter and company to get you going today to work with your current clients with MedSup. We've all heard the numbers. You've seen this probably before ad nauseum. You know, over the next 12 years, 10,000 Americans are going to reach age 65 every single day. It's the graying of America. It's happening. We're actually getting to a more senior society. These are individuals. This is a built-in lead system. These individuals that are going on Medicare, and by the way, over 46 million seniors are on Medicare already. You know, this was the number in 2015. It's actually more obviously than today, and it's going to continue to grow as you've just seen that stat. 10,000 people turning 65 every day for the next 12 years. That 46 million is going to grow in upwards of 68 to 70 million over the next 10 to 15 years. So lots of opportunity and a built-in lead system with that Medicare supplement. People that are going on Medicare are looking to have something to supplement the expenses. As you may know, or maybe you don't know, you know, Medicare is designed, generally speaking, to pay for approximately 80% of the expenses. The government pays for the 80%. They're looking for the consumer, generally speaking, to pay that additional 20%. And that can be in the form of deductibles or co-payments or co-insurance. There's a gap, right? There's a gap of that 20% that the consumer has to come up with, and that's where the Medicare supplement comes in. Sometimes it's called Medigap insurance. So one thing I always like to point out, sometimes people ask me, Lance, what's the difference between Medigap and Medicare supplement? It's the same thing, tomato, tomato. It's just another way of explaining the product line. Essentially, all we're talking about is a product that helps supplements the additional expenses of Medicare that most people, quite frankly, don't or can't pay for. You think about a middle-class individual, they do not want to self-insure. They do not want to have the hardship of having to come up with 20% of the expenses should somebody have a prolonged stay in a hospital. Even more affluent people, if they can pay a set premium for a Medicare supplement policy and know that if they pay, for example, $1,700 a year for a Medicare supplement plan, and that is going to be their cap on what's going to come out of their pocket, that's a positive for them. So this is a market where your middle class as well as your affluent individuals will gravitate towards. You know, the nice thing about Medicare or Medigap insurance is that you don't have to be an expert in it. You know, I've been doing and working with this product line for about 4 years now, and by no means am I an expert. I learn something new every day. But the beauty of it is, for some of you that have never looked at Medicare supplement insurance as an option for your clients, one of the barriers might be in your mind is, I don't want to learn something new, or I'm sure it's too confusing. It's health insurance. I don't want to learn all the benefits and the yays or the nays. I'm here to tell you that if you're already working with annuities and or life insurance, you're already working with much more difficult products, because those products with every carrier can have different bells and whistles and cover different situations. With a Medicare supplement plan, the government says each plan has to cover certain benefits. There's no differentiation between the carriers. So if you offer a Transamerica Medicare supplement plan, let's say the Plan F, to your consumer, that's the same Plan F as Carrier X or Carrier Y or Carrier Z. So the nice thing is you don't need to know all the ins and outs with these products. If Medicare is going to pay the claim, Medicare supplement is going to pay the difference. So that's the beauty of this. You don't have to be an expert. You have to be comfortable with it, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to be an expert on Medicare supplement insurance. That's another reason why working with an organization like our Jitter & Company is so valuable, because they do have the individuals that can help you with the questions that come in. Really, what differentiates the Medicare supplement plans with each of these carriers is going to be the cost to the consumer, sometimes the commission paid out to the agent, and maybe more importantly, the service that you get from the carrier. So some very quick hits about selling Medigap or Medicare supplement insurance. It's very rate driven. It's transactional. You know, a lot of you work with life insurance, you work with annuities, and a lot of times the premium rate is important. The annuity rate that they're going to get is important. The nice thing about Medicare supplement is it's rate driven. It's a commoditized product. It's going to be the same with most or all carriers, excuse me, and it's very transactional. It's going to be an in and out the door situation. We're not doing full underwriting on Medicare supplement insurance. It's a quick script check. It's a quick MIB database check. We're doing some reactive PHIs, but the bottom line is you send a clean application into us, they're going to come back and placed very quickly. This is not a week's situation, it's a day situation. So you think about your insurance business, your annuity business, where sometimes if you're trying to get funds from another carrier or institution, it can take a month or months. This is quick, in and out the door, so it's a very nice transactional product line to add. Another nice thing, that last bullet point, claims are submitted by the doctor and or hospital. So your consumer walks into their doctor's office, they pull out their Medicare card, they pull out their Medicare supplement card, with the pyramid on it from Transamerica. They hand those to the front attendant. They key those in. All the claims are handled electronically. What that means for you is you're not getting involved in the claims process. You don't have to worry about getting involved there. You're selling a service for a good price. You're setting it and forgetting it, and you can move on to the next one. So it's a very nice situation with MedSub. Again, you don't have to be an expert on it. It's a transactional product. You already have those consumers that are in that wheelhouse, those senior clients. It's a great opportunity for you to add another product line to your already robust lineup. All right, let's see. I'm trying to move to the next slide. Here we go. Whoops, I skipped ahead too many. All right, so another thing that I like to bring up is, it may help you build your business. It's again, I'm beating that horse here, but cross-selling opportunities. You have the ability. You've already got a product in the home. This is a great lead-in product. Medicare supplements insurance, Medigap insurance. What I like to say is it's actually bought. It's not sold. With life insurance and sometimes annuities, you have to sell that, right? You really have to be in a position to be a good closer, a good seller, a good storyteller. With Medicare supplement insurance, consumers are already out there looking on the website. They've already made up their mind that, look, I'm on Medicare. I don't want to pay for that 20%. I want a Medicare supplement plan. So it's a great lead-in product. You get them set up with a Medicare supplement plan, and then you can do some more fact-finding where you can find some more annuity business, find some more life insurance opportunities. I talked about persistency. Having 2 policies in the home is always going to be a better thing for you from a persistent standpoint. So, and then also, I skipped over the referrals piece. Quite frankly, it's going to open up new clients. You help out Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then down the street, they have some folks that are also getting to retirement age. It's hey, this Agent Lance Larsen took care of me. You should give him a call. It's going to offer a lot of referral opportunities. The other thing I like about Medicare supplement, you can sell it 365 days a year. There's not this 10-week period where you have to run hard and sell it all and be done, 10, 15-week period. This is something you can sell all year round. This is something you can sell over the phone or by computer video conference. And what I mean by that is Medicare supplement, again, it's bought, it's not sold. It doesn't have to be that kitchen table sale. If you've got somebody that already has a MedSup with Carrier X and you know what they're paying a month, and Transamerica is going to save them $10 a month, with 100 and some dollars a year savings, that's a big deal, right? That's an opportunity to say, look, I can save you $120 a year for you and your husband, so $240. That's a big savings. And somebody on a fixed income, they're gonna jump right at that. So you can sell that. We have an electronic app with a voice signature. You don't even have to leave your home. You can make those types of calls and sell those right over the phone without even leaving the comfort of your home office or office of your business. So when I'm in front of people like yourself that aren't selling MedSup today, I always say, look, there's just 2 questions you have to ask. Your senior annuity clients, your ones that are 64 and above, or your people that you have for insurance that are older, or maybe you're talking with younger clients with insurance and asking, this specifically of their parents. You can have the ability to, let's see here. Trying to get to my next slide. Here we go. Whoops, went over again. What arrangements have you made regarding your health insurance? I mean, it's a very non-threatening question. They're already a client of yours in regards to life, potentially annuities as well. It's a simple, open-ended question that you can ask. It's non-threatening. What arrangements have you made regarding your health insurance? Now, if they're 64, maybe they haven't gone on Medicare, they might tell you, look, I haven't even thought about it, which is a wonderful opportunity for you, right? With the assistance of Art Jenner and Company and the marketers there that'll take good care of you, you can develop a plan for them. You could say, here are 3 carriers in your area that do a good job, they're A-rated, and here are their costs, and you can decide. Another situation is if you've got somebody that's on Medicare supplement already, or they're on a Medicare Advantage plan. Let's say they're on a MedSup. You have a 70-year-old. You say, hey, what arrangement you made regarding your health insurance? Oh, I have a MedSup with Carrier X. the follow-up questions, oh, that's great. What are you paying a month, if I may ask? Well, I'm paying $150 a month. You can, on your mobile calculator, I'm just thinking about Transamerica here selfishly, on your mobile calculator, you can already know this, or you can have it typed in quickly and say, well, Mrs. Jones, that's interesting because with the Transamerica Med Sup, you can get that for $125 a month. It's $25 a month cheaper. You take that times 12. That's a big savings. And the only difference is, instead of having on your ID card for Med Sup, a picture of an Indian, you're going to have a picture of a pyramid. What do you think? It's the same plan, but you're going to save $25 a month. You look like a hero. They're going to trust you. They're going to be excited about it, and quite frankly, they're going to be looking for you to do more business in the future. And what's going to happen with referrals? Hey, Agent Lance Larsen just saved me $25 a month. You should give him a call. It's a wonderful opportunity for something that was just as simple as asking one question. Another question is, when the last time you spoke to your agent about this coverage? A lot of times, individuals that just sell one product line, the agents that just sell Med Sup, they set it, forget it, move on. Here's an opportunity where you can talk to them and say, hey, your agent has to talk to you for a while. Let me take a crack at this. So it's just a wonderful situation where having two simple questions with your current client base, and again, I bring this slide back up. Kind of the goals that I want to accomplish today is, increasing income through your existing client base. I think we do that. You've got a lot of life clients. You've got a lot of annuity clients. Having a couple of simple questions to ask them, you will have the ability to get more product, i.e. Med Sup, sold, which is a good thing. So the income's going to go up. The persistency is going to go up. Everybody's looking for leads. You have leads. You have leads right there in your client database. And then last but not least, boosting activity while reducing expenses. Here's a product, like I mentioned earlier, where you can do this over the phone with your clients. I mean, you have a rapport with your clients. You don't have to do it face-to-face. You can call them up. You can have that electronic app that we offer pre-filled. You ask them one or two simple other questions, or go through the underwriting questions if applicable. Have them voice signature which takes about approximately an average of 4 minutes, and we're done. So it's just a quick, easy thing for them. You're going to save them money, and it's going to reduce your expenses of getting more business. So that was kind of my commercial on the person that doesn't do Med Sup today. I'm going to kind of flip it around, though. I know there's a lot of you that do a lot of health insurance, a lot of Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage, but you kind of put up the crucifix when it comes to talking about life insurance. And I want to talk about final expense insurance specifically. And the reason for that is final expense insurance, I feel, fits really, really well with a Medicare supplement type plan. And what I mean by that is it's very similar in the processes. And I'll touch on that in just a second. First, I want to say, why final expense? And you might be asking the same question. Lance, why are you talking about final expense? Quite frankly, seniors are now realizing they don't want to leave a burden to their families. I can give you a real-world example. My parents have had to take care of their parents. They were not set up with plans, so a lot of that burden came on my mom and dad and their siblings to have to figure out who's paying for what, who's paying for the funeral, who's paying for this. And let's face it, that's never a fun thing. So my mom and dad, they're at that 65, 67 age where it's like, you know what, we don't want to do this to our children. They don't want to do that to my brother and I. They want to have a final expense plan that takes care of those final arrangements so that we could focus on celebrating their life and not arguing on who's writing the check to the funeral home. So there's more and more people that are wanting this type of product more than ever. This is one of the fastest growing product types for life insurance in the industry today. They want that peace of mind that it's all taken care of. And when I said, that last bullet point, the final expense app is relatively painless. And I said literally and figuratively. And what I mean by that is, when you think about life insurance, some of you health people, when you think of life insurance, you think about blood and fluids and underwriting taking months and sometimes jokingly years. With final expense, that's not the case, and I'll get into that in just a second. So when I said it was similar to your Med Sup business, I'm talking to Med Sup agents here. easy to explain, easy to understand. This is low face amount. The average face amount for final expense is going to be somewhere around $15,000 to $20,000. It's paying for that average funeral. It's easy to explain. It's either a 10 pay where you pay 10 times and you're done, or you pay level until you pass away. It's an insurance that can never go up based upon health conditions that happen in the future. It's a simplified underwriting process. So, with Medicare supplement, obviously if you're out of that open enrollment period, you're doing underwriting, you're asking underwriting questions. We call them knockout questions. Same thing with final expense. There's 3 sections on our application that have knockout questions. Is how the consumer answers those questions. That's going to determine what type of rate class they get. But it's in and out the door quickly. It's a standard turnaround time of days versus weeks. So just like your Medicare supplement, agents that are on the phone today, you're talking about a few days, sometimes even overnight to get things issued. The same thing with final expense. The final expense product should happen very quickly, and that's why I'm always banging the drum. If you're a MedSup agent, the final expense product is the closest thing you have to a MedSup on the life side. Limited underwriting, in and out the door quickly, and it fits with those senior clients. It really is kind of a yin and a yang. Another thing I've noticed, in addition to paying off the final expense arrangements, sometimes we call this burial insurance very crassly, but really at the end of the day, I'm seeing the average death benefit rise each year because we're seeing more and more people not only have enough face amount or death benefit to pay for the final arrangements at death, but also have some extra money to pay off debts. Same thing for other life insurance. Pay off debts, maybe have some income tax, some settlements from the estate, or a last gift to grandchildren, or maybe to their church. So where maybe it's $10,000 they need for the final arrangements, they're doing $20,000 so they can give $5,000 to each of their 2 grandkids. We're seeing that average amount go up, and it's easy coverage for them to be able to get. What's in it for you? Let's get to brass tacks, right? What's in it for all of you, the professional that's listening in today? If you're not doing final expense business today, it's a great tie-in with your Medicare supplement clients, and not only MedSup, but also Medicare Advantage. Anybody in that 65 to 85 age group. I would also say, anywhere at age 50 and above is going to be that sweet spot for the final expense. But anybody that you're already servicing 65 to 85 with your MedSup plans, your Medicare Advantage plans, what an opportunity to ask a simple question or two and actually have a second income. Again, you have these clients. You've built this strong client base of health clients. Here's an opportunity to ask a couple of questions. Mrs. Jones, do you have a formal plan in place to take care of your final expenses? It's a very non-threatening, open-ended question. She may tell you, yep, I've got this, this, and this, and she may have it all buttoned up, and that's great. You asked the question, you did your service. But I would say more times than not, she's going to say, well, no, not really. I've got this, Social Security or something, and which, as we all know, doesn't pay, even $1,000. So it's a situation where it opens up a great conversation for you to say, look, we saved you some money on that MedSup plan. I moved you to Transamerica from Carrier X. I saved you $100, $120 a year. Here's an opportunity. Let's put some money into this final expense plan so you have some money for these final arrangements. Leave it up to you to take care of it. You don't have to put that burden on your daughter, on your son at your death. And I'm going to tell you, they're going to be very receptive to that. And also what I say, when I talk about income, what's in it for you? It's a great product. It's a great peace of mind product for your consumers. It's doing the right thing to offer this, but it's also a good thing for you, right? To me, the final expense plan is a 3-legged stool. You win, the client wins, and the home office wins, and that's the way it should be. Can you sell one of these a week? I talked about a second income. If you can sell one of these a week, if the first year commission on these with Transamerica, the average is 115%. The average premium is around $800. So you think about if you can do one of these a week, and I gave you 2 weeks off vacation because I'm a good guy, right? So 1 sale per week for 50 weeks, you're going to earn upwards of almost $50,000. I think the exact number is $46,000 and change The first year, just to sell one of these a week, you think about all those health clients that you have worked so hard to get under your direction, under your kingdom, to be able to go back to them and ask them a simple question. Mrs. Jones, what have you done for your final arrangements? Have that conversation, have an easy application to walk through, yes, no questions. You send that in. We do the similar script check MIB that you're used to with your Medicare supplement plans. Reactive PHIs only about 15% of the time. In and out the door very quickly. You're helping out that consumer. It's a great situation. So, what I always like to preach to all of you that just do health insurance a day, or maybe just dabble in life, but health insurance is most of it, but life is not a lot of it. Complete the plan, right? Health insurance, you've taken care of your client with their health, but complete that plan with final expense insurance. Even if they have some other things going on with life insurance, maybe they've got a plan, estate plan, they've got a second to die, some of those things to take care of estate taxes, whatnot, that's great. Leave that alone. Position this as the burial insurance. Position this as that separate. This is going to take care of this. That other plan is going to take care of your other arrangements that you've already set up. We're not looking to disrupt what's already there. We're looking to be an additive type person with their total financial plan. So, the questions I'm going to pose to you, and I think I know the answer to this, is your goal is to help as many families as possible. This is a wonderful business. We're all in it. It's a great business where the more we do, the more families we help, the more money we make. It's good for all of us. But we can also feel good and sleep at night in that the more families we help, the more money we make. It's just the better off we all are. And what is better, one product with a client or two? I think we all know that. If you've got two products in the home, things are going to stay stickier, things are going to be better for you, they're going to be happier with you. I challenge you, can you sell one of these final expense policies a week? What about two a week? Talking about selling one a week and making $46,000, an extra $46,000 a year. Think about using that. That could be your marketing budget to get more opportunities with your MedSup business. It can help basically feed the machine. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're thinking of. So, what my ask of you today is, open yourself up. Take that leap of faith. If you're not, I'm not asking you to quit doing what you're doing. You're good at what you're doing. You're selling health. You're selling life. All I'm saying is add that additional product to your portfolio. Let Art Jetter and Company help you and hold your hand with that. Help more families and build a second income. It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing to have additional products, additional funds coming in. So, that's a big part of what I wanted to talk about today. I want to get up my soapbox, but I did want to give you a very, very, very brief commercial on Transamerica, and I want to thank, again, Art Jetter and Company for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you today. But I just want to tell you, Transamerica, I feel like we offer the best of both worlds. We are a big organization, billions of dollars of assets, 12,000 employees all across the country. But I also think we're a very, our culture, quite frankly, is kind of a small company culture. Like you can see here, that's the big thing. 6.6 billion claims paid out last year, over $450 billion of assets under management. We're a big company, and that's good. We're well known. When you don't have to sell the company when you go into a client's home. They know who Transamerica is. That's a good thing. But I also really stress we have a commitment to service. We don't have an ivory tower. If you have a question, obviously Art Jetter and Company is going to take good care of you, but if you call into Transamerica, you can talk to the right people. You can talk with the decision makers in underwriting, new business, sales, marketing, multiple ways to reach us. You've got 3,000 employees in the middle of a cornfield in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. They're early to bed, early rise, and they're here for you. And they understand nothing happens until you send us an application. And so we appreciate you, and we'd love the opportunity to earn some more of your business. So, that's the end of the discussion today. My ask is think about building an additional income by offering an additional product line. Let us help you. Let Art Jetter Company and I help you build that with you. And I love the chance for Transamerica to be part of this new venture for you. Rob?
Lance, thank you very much for that informative presentation. I appreciate the wonderful concepts that you presented, and the ability to just speak to the heart of the matter as to how our agents should be not just talking about Medicare supplement or just final expense, but really expanding their portfolio to include both products and really helping them enhance their business and provide more value to their clients and help them make more money. I want to reiterate a couple of things that Lance was mentioning, one being the big company feel with the small town aspect. Lance and his team are very responsive to any inquiries, fantastic service, and Transamerica's Medicare supplement plans are very competitive in many states. And its final expense is one of the leading products available as well. We can provide you with top service here with our excellent Medicare supplement quoting tool that can show you the competitive rates that Transamerica provides. And also, Transamerica has an excellent e-application available for submitting apps for both its Medicare supplement and final expense policies. So we have a final expense specialist here at our company as well. Mark Kogan is our final expense specialist and can provide you with specific product information on final expense and other marketing concepts that may pertain to final expense. And we have an excellent team here of our senior health specialists with Art Jetter and Company, a team of now 4 marketers that are ready to assist you with your Medicare supplement sales opportunities. But again, I want to thank everybody for their time this afternoon. When you do have any questions, please feel free to email us at seniorhealth@jetter.com, and that will reach everybody on the team, including Mark Kogan, our final expense specialist. And thank you very much for your time, and hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks again, Lance.
Thank you.